Okay, so what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Pleasing, aka Please Vlog, aka Please Vlog Pleasing. So I just got off from work, like I want to say like an hour ago. I work at Walmart, right? And man, I don't know if y'all know, like probably not. Okay, so it's cold as fuck outside, and it was raining. Like, it was raining fucking cats and dogs. I'm at work, and I'm outside, like I don't work inside no more. I work outside. I'm pushing carts. So, like, let's make a long story short. I'm gonna get straight to the point, right? Walmart, like, they don't care about like their employees. That's the point that I wanted to make. That's what this video is about. Like, Walmart, y'all don't give a fuck about y'all customers. I mean, y'all don't give a fuck about y'all employees. It was raining cats and dogs, man. I'm talking like it was raining hard, and it was fucking, it's cold outside, and I was getting sick earlier. Like, I was getting sick. Like, I felt my chest starting to tighten up a little bit, like my chest was starting to tighten up. Like, I was starting to feel like I couldn't fucking breathe, like because of the cold weather. Plus, it was raining. Like, so I went to one of my team leads to tell him, like, hey, I might need to use some of my PTO so that I could go home early because, I don't want to get sick. And like, my team lead, she was giving me like this fake bullshit, like she was sympathetic, but at the same time, like, she was telling me, she was basically letting me know, like, hey, we gonna be behind if you leave, and like, I want you to stay, pretty much. Like, and I knew if I didn't stay that I would end up getting like a point. They got a point system where if you get so many points that you might get terminated, depending on like if you're a good worker or not. Like, I done got so many points, but like, they kept me because I'm a hard worker, I'm a good worker, but at the same time, like, everybody is replaceable. You can be replaced tomorrow. So like, I told my team lead, like, hey, like, my chest is starting to tighten up, it's cold as fuck. Like, I didn't come prepared, I didn't bring my rain suit, and I had fucking low top shoes on, so my feet wasn't protected. I didn't wear my boots today because I didn't know that it was gonna rain. I just came unprepared, so I was on the verge of getting sick. Like, the fucking rain is going straight to my feet. My socks are wet, like, my fucking hands were wet, my gloves were all wet and shit. So I was pretty much like, I was drenched in water for like the entire shift, because it rained damn near, like, it rained all the way up until the point to where I was getting ready to get off. And like, she told me like that she wanted me to stay, like, but she was trying to seem sympathetic, but I knew that she wasn't really sympathetic, because all they care about is fucking production. All they care about, and that's exactly what she said, like, without saying it though. She was like, oh, well, we'll be behind this and that, you'll put us in a bind. And I'm like, bitch, like, you inside, like, you're comfortable, you're inside, you don't have to worry about like these fucking extreme like conditions that me and the other cart pushers have to work in. So she pretty much, like, she talked me into staying, right? Even though, like, I told her before, like, my feet are soaking wet, like, my socks are wet, like, my chest is starting to tighten up because, like, I'm like really cold as fuck. Like I'm like skinny. I'm skinny as shit. Like I'm probably like $150 soaking wet. Like she wasn't hearing it. She didn't give a fuck. All she could think about was, you know, like production, and if I left, then that would put them in a bind. But it's like, bro, it's been plenty of times where like I wasn't at work and the person that, you know, would fill in for me when I'm not there would leave like the carts all out in the parking lot, and the parking lot would look just a complete mess, right? So I'm like, I know if I leave this one night, like it's not gonna hurt anybody. It's not gonna hurt you that bad, because it's been plenty of nights where I wasn't there at work and the parking lot looked like complete shit. She, you know, like she ended up talking me into staying. So I finished the rest of the night. And I told her, like, if I end up sick tomorrow, then I'm not fucking coming in, you know? I'm not coming in. And I told her that. And she was like, oh, no, we don't want that. You know, we don't want that. But she was basically just saying, like, no, we don't want you to call in tomorrow. But that didn't stop her from talking me into staying. You know, like, she pretty much, like, guilt tripped me into fucking staying and like finishing my shift. Even though I told her multiple times, like, hey, like, I think I should leave. I don't want to get sick. Like, Walmart, they don't give a fuck about like their employees. All they care about is production. They care about money. And like, she only cared about like saving her own ass. She didn't want to get in trouble, so like, you know, like she made it her mission pretty much to like talk me into staying and finishing my shift. I don't know if anybody's watching this video, like if you've ever done cart pushing, you've been outside at Walmart pushing carts. But if you have, then you know like how fucking extreme that shit can get sometimes, like with the weather. You know, it don't matter, like rain, snow, hail, fire, like it don't matter, bro. Like you have to be out there pushing carts. And then another thing is how I know, and I'm not just talking just to hear myself talk. These motherfuckers, they don't care about like their employees, especially cart pushers. Like they treat us like fucking slaves, you know? Okay, so, and this is every day too. So mind you, I'm outside in the cold fucking weather or hot. It's a little cart area that you push all the carts in, right? And I'll have that motherfucker filled. I'll have it completely full, and I'll take a 5-minute break, you know? I'll go sit down for like 5 minutes. And I'll have a team lead come outside and tell me that I'm sitting down too much. They'll come outside, bro, and they'll fucking find you and you know, like complain about you sitting down when, motherfucker, my job is pretty much done. You know, like when the cart area is full, that's my cue, and that's my, you know, like that's my time to sit down and take a break. But no, they'll come outside and they'll say like, oh, we don't want you guys sitting down too much, you know, like you're sitting down too much. And they'll say something along the lines of, oh, well, yeah, the cart room is full, but you're supposed to be walking around, you know, like making sure that there's no loose carts outside. And it's all just a bunch of bullshit to me, man. Like, they think we're fucking slaves. Like, they think we're robots, you know? Like, cause bro, you tell me, how the fuck does that make sense? If I have the cart room filled completely, why is it such a big fuss? Why is it such a problem if I sit down for 5 minutes? Mind you, we're only getting paid like $14 an hour. It's only 14, you know, like, we're not getting paid that fucking much. Like, my checks are like $940 at the end of every 2 weeks. That's not gonna cut it, you know? Like, that's I guess you could say like decent money, but really, that's not even decent money, bro. Like, that's not even decent money. That's not even enough. That's decent money for a kid that's in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a kid that's in high school and you pushing carts, you doing it full time, you bringing home $940 at the end of every 2 weeks. I would say that's pretty good for you. But like me, I'm 26. I'll turn 27 in January next month. I need more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good enough for me. That's not good enough for a grown man. Like, if I wasn't still staying like with my pops, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I would be able to like survive on my own, like bringing home $940 at the end of every 2 weeks. Now, $940 every single week, you know, then, okay, that's different, you know. Then, like, we could have a discussion. Like, but at the end of every 2 weeks, man, that's not enough, you know. And the way they operate, they act as if we're just getting paid so much fucking money, but at the end of the day, bro, we really not. Like, we really not getting paid enough to be out there in the cold, in the fucking rain, bro, pushing these carts, like these heavy ass fucking carts. Now, it's not the hardest job in the world, don't get me wrong. Like, it's pretty easy, but at the same time, like, with the conditions that we have to work under, I feel as though like we should be getting paid more, you know, especially like the guys that's outside, like busting their ass every single day, like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we should be getting paid more. They act as if we just got it completely made. Like, we just, you know, like we hit the lotto. We hit the fucking lotto, man. We making $14 an hour, bro. I'm 26 years old and I'm making $14 an hour outside pushing carts, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for my job. You know, I thank God. But I need more at the end of the day, man. Like, it's just not enough. And especially, like, to have to deal with fucking management and, like, team leads always being up my fucking ass because I'm sitting down for 5 minutes after I've completed the assignment. I completed the fucking goal, and it's like you still want to complain and bitch. You know, like Walmart, man, like, I'm telling you, these jobs and these corporations, like, they don't give a fuck about employees. They only care about the customers. I'm going to say that one more time. Like, they don't give a fuck about employees. They only care about the customers. And that's a fucking fact. That is true. Oh, yeah, it's damn true. So that's why I can't give my all to, like, these jobs, man. Like, I want to do something more. I got a higher calling, you know, for my life. And I can't settle for these jobs, man. Like, this job is a stepping stone to fund my business and my businesses to get me to the lifestyle that I want to live. Like, I feel like I'm living another motherfucker's life, you know? I wasn't born to live this life, man. Like, I got higher goals. I got higher ambitions. You know, like, I'm not settling for no fucking $14 an hour for the rest of my life. It's just not worth it, man. Like, I think to myself all the time, man, I'll be thinking about, like, just stepping down and doing this shit part-time, you know, like, so I can have more time to focus on me and to focus on like my goals and the shit that I have going on, because they can replace you tomorrow, man, and they can fire you for anything they want to fire you for too, if they really wanted to. Let's be honest. So yeah, like that's the moral of the story, man. Like, focus on yourself and focus on the shit you got going on, because these jobs, they don't give a fuck about you. And tonight, that really just proved to me that they don't give a fuck, bro. I'm telling you, man, I was soaking wet, like drenched. Like, I felt like, like my chest was tightening up and I couldn't fucking breathe for a second. Like, I had to go inside and like fix fucking coffee, like to kind of warm my body temperature up, because it was that fucking cold outside and it was raining. Like, but she didn't give a fuck. All she wanted me to do was stay there, finish my shift like a good fucking slave, and go home. And if I end up sick tomorrow, like, she's still gonna want me to come in. They don't give a fuck, and she'll probably give me a point for it too. Probably end up giving me a fucking point, but man, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, it is what it is, man, because I already know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect anything less. So, man, it is what it is. It's straight numbers, bro. Straight numbers and fucking dollar signs. That's what it's all about, bro. That's what it's all about to these people, man. That little slogan that they use, the customer's always right. Yeah, you damn right. That shit is very true, man. The customer is always fucking right, because that's the only thing bringing them in money. That's the only thing they give a fuck about. I'm out.